Next, vertebral column. Vertebral column has 26 vertebrae. 26 vertebrae. These vertebrae are serially arranged units. Serially arranged units. Serially arranged units. These are serially arranged units. Vertebral column starts from the skull region. It is the main framework of the trunk. It forms the main framework of the trunk region. Typical vertebrae consist of, this is typical vertebrae. Typical vertebrae consist of centrum or body. This is centrum. This is spinal canal or neural canal. Spinal canal. These are spinal arches. And some are spinal process. Some are contains spinal process. Spinal arches and spinal process helps for the attachment of muscles. In mammals, centrum is amphiflatation. Amphiflatation disc is present in mammals. It means both ends, anterior and posterior end of the centrum are flat. In amphibians, Procellus, Opisthocoelus and Amphicellus, these three are present in amphibians. In mammals, amphiflatation. Centrum is amphiflatation. Vertebrae is amphiflatation vertebrae present in mammals. Next, first cervical vertebrae. Cervical vertebrae are seven cervical vertebrae present in all mammals. In giraffe neck also contain 7 cervical vertebrae. In humans, cervical vertebrae are 7. First cervical vertebrae is atlas. Atlas is a ring-like vertebrae. Ring-like vertebrae. It consists of 2 condylic notches. These are 2 condylic notches. Human skull is dicondylic skull. Skull condyles are fit in the condylic notches. Atlas consists of 2 condylic notches. It helps for the attachment of dicondylic skull into the atlas. Next, it contains a canal. This canal is called odontoid canal. Atlas attached with the skull by condylic notches. Next, axis. Axis is second cervical vertebrae. Axis has it is Wadden-Tide process. Wadden-Tide process. Axis has Wadden-Tide process. Wadden-Tide process. This is Wadden-Tide process. It is axis. It is Atlas. Wadden-Tide canal. Wadden-Tide process fits into the Wadden-Tide canal. So neck is freely movable. Neck is freely movable. The movable attachment between the atlas and axis. Immovable attachment between atlas and skull. Because dicondylic skull, two condyles immovably fit into the condylic notches of the atlas. So atlas is tightly immovably attached with the skull. Axis is freely movable. So we rotate neck easily. Next vertebrae is thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae are 12. Thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae has two facets. This is thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae has two facets. Attachment facets present in the thoracic vertebrae, because rib has two heads. These two heads, this is rib, this is thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae has two facets. Rib has two heads. These two heads attached into the facets of the thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae helps for the attachment of muscles and ribs. It forms the rib cage. Next, lumbar vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae are 5 vertebrae present in the lumbar region. Lumbar vertebrae are large and strongest vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae are large and strongest vertebrae, because strong back muscles are attached with the lumbar vertebrae. Weight bearing vertebrae is lumbar vertebrae. So lumbar vertebrae are largest and strongest vertebrae. Next, sacrum. Sacrum has, in embryonic region, sacrum has 5 vertebrae. These 5 vertebrae fuse to form single sacrum. In embryonic stage, 5 sacral vertebrae. These 5 sacral vertebrae fuse to form single sacrum. Next, coxial vertebrae. Coxial vertebrae are 4 coxial vertebrae present in the embryonic region. But in adult, after birth, these 4 fuse to form single coxy vertebrae. Totally, in embryonic stage, 33 vertebrae are present. But in adult, it has 26, because sacral vertebrae 5 are fused with one sacrum, and coxial vertebrae 4 coxial vertebrae fuse to form single cox. Next, coxial vertebrae is vestigial in humans. Coxy is vestigial vertebrae in the humans. articulation between the successive vertebrae. Articulation between the bodies of successive vertebrae. These are centrum. Articulation between the bodies or centrum of successive vertebrae are intervertebral disc. Intervertebral disc. Sacrum and coxial vertebrae are triangular in shape. Coxae and sacral vertebrae are triangular in shape. The functions of vertebrae. The functions of vertebrae are: vertebral column helps for the protection of spinal cord present in the neural canal. It supports the skull. It helps for the attachment of muscles and ribs. Next, sternum. Sternum is a single bone. Sternum first appears in the amphibians. Sternum is a flat bone present in the mid-ventral region of the thoracic region. It has three parts. Anterior part is manubrium. Next, body, xiphoid process. Manubrium, anterior part of the sternum is manubrium. Body, middle part is body, and the posterior part is xiphoid process. It has notches. These notches helps for the attachment of ribs. This is the sternum. Next, ribs. Ribs are 12 pairs. Ribs are flat bones. It has two curvature. Ribs has two curvatures. One curvature and another curvature. Ribs has two heads. Ribs are articulation surfaces. These are articulation surfaces. So ribs are called bicephalic ribs. Bicephalic ribs. Bi, two, cephalic, head. Two heads present in the ribs are called bicephalic ribs. These bicephalic ribs attach to the dorsal region of the thoracic vertebrae. So, thoracic vertebrae contain two articulation facets. Two articulation facets. These two articulation facets helps for the attachment of two heads of the ribs. Dorsally, it attached with ribs are dorsally attached with vertebral column and ventrally attached with sternum. Ribs are dorsally attached with This is vertebral column. This is sternum. Ribs are dorsally attached with vertebral column and ventrally attached with sternum. 12 pairs of ribs. Among these 12 pairs of ribs, 7 pairs are, first 7 pairs are true ribs. True ribs. Remaining ribs are false ribs. False ribs are 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 pairs of ribs are false ribs. First 1 to 7 pairs of ribs are true ribs. The seventh rib. This is seventh rib. Ribs are attached with the sternum. Ribs are attached with the sternum by cartilage. This cartilage is called costal cartilage. First 7 pairs of ribs are attached with the sternum by cartilage. This cartilage is costal cartilage. These ribs are called true ribs. Next, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10 ribs are attached with the, this is costal cartilage, attached with the seventh rib, attached with the seventh rib of cartilage. 8th, 9th and 10th ribs are not directly attached with the sternum. These ribs are attached with the seventh rib cartilage. So these are called 8th, 9th, 10th ribs are called vertebrochondral ribs. Vertebrochondral ribs because these ribs attached with the cartilage of the seventh rib. Cartilage of the seventh rib. So these are called vertebrochondral ribs. First 1 to 7 pairs of ribs are called vertebrosternal. Vertebrosternal ribs because these are directly attached with the sternum. So these are called vertebrosternal ribs. First to 7 pairs are called vertebrosternal ribs. These are true ribs. Next 8, 9, 10 ribs are dorsally attached with vertebral column and ventrally these are attached with the seventh rib. So these are called vertebrochondral ribs. Vertebrochondral ribs. Next, next 11th to 12th. 11th to 12th ribs are 11th to 12th ribs are floating ribs. 11th to 12th ribs are called floating ribs because these ribs are 11th to 12th ribs are attached only ventral region. Only attached with the dorsal region of the vertebral column. In ventral region, there is no attachment with the sternum or seventh vertebrae. So these are called floating ribs. Floating ribs are 11th and 12th ribs are floating ribs. Ventrally, these ribs are not attached with the sternum or another ribs. So these are called floating ribs. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th to 12th ribs are false ribs. First to 7 pairs of ribs are called true ribs. These are the ribs. Ribs ribs, vertebral column, thoracic vertebrae, ribs and sternum. These three forms rib case. Rib case helps for the protection of internal soft organs.